Hello and welcome to another episode from the Department of Deportation. Today we're going to be talking about how more than 2 million people, through both deportation and self-deportation, have exited the United States that weren't supposed to be here. That's right, at least 2 million illegal immigrants have exited the building. Don't forget to like and share this video and follow our channel. So just a short time prior to this, a couple weeks ago, we saw that it was 1.6 million people that had left the country. Again, this includes both deportations and self-deportations, but it's a net negative pretty much since the beginning of the administration, when the border got shut down. So 1.6 was a great start, and then we saw it start to ramp up. Some people were questioning the validity of the amount that was given, 1.6 million, but as we can see in my response that I had here on X to one of these people, that's 8,000 a day, which is only 40 self-deportation flights if you want to get technical. But we're a couple weeks later and here we are at the 2 million mark, which 400,000 even plus in those couple weeks, that's what we were seeing in entire years and decades of deportation prior. Yeah, the numbers are showing that people aren't even making an attempt to enter. It's pretty much dead. The whole immigrating into the United States through the southern border that Biden had open, that's completely done now.
We'll have over 400,000 deportations, between CBP and ICE, and that's just since the president took office. The first 4 months of the fiscal year, we can't count them because Joe Biden wasn't doing anything. But here's what people need to understand: two things. Number one, over 1.5 million illegal aliens, close to 1.6 illegal aliens already left the country on their own. Why? Because they see what ICE is doing out there every day. One of the reasons we have the most secure border in the history of this nation is because the great work of the men and women of the Border Patrol, the great work of President Trump and his leadership, but also because ICE is out there, over 1,000 teams all across the country arresting people. So a lot of people have left, a lot of people aren't coming, which helps to secure that border. And that was a part of the strategy from the beginning. We said if we show consequences, we show them we're actually out there looking for them, many will leave. So we knew with a large population leaving, over 1.5 million have. But what's to come? ICE is getting 10,000 more agents. Right now they got 5,000 deportation officers. We're tripling the size of the workforce. We're adding more detention beds. We're adding more flights and more transportation. So the numbers are going to explode here this next coming year.
Well, like Tom Homan mentioned, it's this variety of incentives and disincentives combined that are making people want to leave. We saw where the CBP One app, which was just letting people flood into the country, became the CBP Home app. And what an amazing, outstanding idea that was. In fact, our channel came up with that. If you go back and look at the second video that I ever made, that was recommending that they turn CBP One into a self-deportation portal, and that is precisely what they did. So, as Rod Martin continues to point out here, the facilities are the next step, which of course they're starting to take care of, and we're seeing that their capacity ramping up considerably. And next up was the immigration judges, which, as he also points out, is something that's being handled. With these things combined, and the fact that a lot of people are just choosing to self-deport, we're seeing these numbers starting to skyrocket. And I think this is just the beginning, and I think that we'll see this double, triple, quadruple as people realize that nothing's going to be happening for the next several years except them being hunted down and kicked out of the country. And we've been saying on our channel for a long time that we think that illegal immigration was a major driver behind the housing crisis and prices continuing to skyrocket and stay high.
Why did housing get so unaffordable for American citizens? Two big problems. Number one, I already talked about, interest rates were too high. Number two, you had way too many people in this country who were competing against American citizens for scarce homes. And that's the illegal immigration problem. Why has housing leveled off over the past 6 months? I really believe the main driver is you've had negative net migration into the United States for the first time in 60 years in this country. You cannot flood the United States of America with 20, 30, 40 million people who have no legal right to be here, have them compete against young American families for homes and not expect the price to skyrocket. It's as simple as supply and demand. You increase the demand, you're going to increase the price.
We see this point blank happening here in South Florida, where it's hard for, say, a single mom working 2 different jobs for her to compete with 8 military-age males working under the table for cash, combining together to go for the same exact rental house. I mean, who can compete with that? So, hitting that number, that 2 million mark, that was already a few weeks ago, so it's going to keep increasing, and I think it won't be that long till we're talking about our 3rd million and our 4th million gone. And we'll just keep seeing the benefits to the United States and to its citizens from all these people leaving. Well, that does it for this episode. Don't forget to like and share the video and follow our channel, and check out our Etsy store if you like any of the merch that you saw.